you're just a very cheap gossip and it looks very terrible on you. Hi my loves, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If this is your first time, welcome to the family. My name is Etienne Brooks, and on this channel I share with you the wisdom that I've gained and the tips that is helping me navigate my life as a young adult. And if you do end up liking this video, please make sure to like, subscribe, and share to your friends and family so that we can grow this community together. So in today's video, it's just going to be something very relaxed, something not scripted. I mean, I feel like the past few videos I've done, they were not particularly scripted. So I just wanted to do something a bit, out of the box a little bit. So in today's video, it's just an excerpt from the video I did, the last two videos I did concerning the lessons that I've learned in my 20s, or in the lessons I've learned in the past 6 months. And guys, there's this particular one that really struck me and had, it sort of stirred up conversations with some of my friends. And I decided that, oh, you know what, this is going to be a beautiful topic to, discuss on the channel today. And so, guys, people know what they are doing. This particular thing has really stood out for me in my life. Growing up, there used to be this need to, explain if your friend hurts you, if your friend does something to you, you should tell them. They probably don't know they are hurting you. They probably don't know what they are doing. And at the time, I used to be quite defensive about it. I was like, oh, how don't you know you're hurting me? Like, how don't you know that what you're doing is very insensitive? And as I grew older, I realized that, you know what? I mean, some people know what they're actually doing. Some people know that they're actually offending. Some people know that they're actually trying to. People know what they are doing. Like, when I mean people know what they are doing, it's like they carefully pick on certain things that, they somehow have convinced themselves that it's a joke, or they want to make you upset about something. And so I don't know, they package it in a way that it's supposed to be a joke, but you and I know, like, you and them, or let me use I now, you and I know that it's not a joke. Like, you know that this thing is not a joke. Why are you joking about it? And then when I speak about it, you turn around and be like, oh, it's a joke. Why are you the one being so sensitive? And that used to really like make me feel a certain type of way, because I used to feel like, oh, maybe I'm too sensitive. Okay, is it possible that I can, not take this thing seriously? But the truth is, I was the joke, not what they were saying. I was the joke. So my reaction to what they were going to say was what the joke was, and not the actual thing they were saying, if you get my point. And it used to be very frustrating until I decided to regain my power, until I decided to reclaim my power and decided to be unapologetically myself. And I was like, you know what? Yes, I'm sensitive. Yes, I don't like that joke. Oh, don't say things like this. Don't say things like that. I don't like it. Or some other times, I just keep quiet and take myself out of the situation, because I know that you're trying to get me to talk. You're trying to get reaction from me, because that reaction somehow makes it funny, makes that reaction, without my reaction, it is really not a joke. And what really made me talk about this was that something happened a few weeks ago with somebody, an acquaintance in church, and was actually very funny, because about me used to feel like, oh, this people sort of have an opinion about me, and I got too comfortable and I would be talking and stuff like that, and they sort of had this opinion about me. And we've had a couple of conversations, and this girl would do certain things that I didn't like, but I never really got to tell her, because I mean, I'd already grown out of always telling people this is what you're doing, I don't like it, and all of that. I had stopped that. In my mind, I just felt like, you know what you're doing, Sha, anyhow. But I felt like I could continue being in that situation, in that environment, without necessarily feeling bad if she made a joke or she said something that I wasn't happy about. And also, I made a mistake by always continuing a conversation, thinking that, oh, maybe we can actually have a conversation and agree to disagree without anybody throwing jab at anybody else or jabs at anybody else. But that wasn't what it was. So opinions we had about me that were completely untrue, and everything unveiled that, oh, this person is gossiping about me behind my back and saying things that are not even nice at all. I don't want to go into details. That's why you see that I'm like juggling around the gist or tiptoeing around what is happening or what happened. And so I sort of got to find out that, oh, there was a saying, there was a gossip somewhere that, oh, don't talk to this girl is, and all of that. And I was like, oh, this could be the reason why you've been acting this way towards me. And I'm here thinking that maybe it's probably all in my head. There was a time in that whole incident that I began to think to myself, could it be that I'm, being too sensitive and stuff like that? And I lied to myself, thinking that, oh, I keep being in the situation and, oh, you know what, I will just bone it. It doesn't matter. But I realized that, oh, I'm really not that person. If I form relationships with you and you do something that I consider really, really hurtful, something I consider really outrageous, something I consider really horrible, I don't think I can continue being in that situation and pretending like everything is fine. So this brings me to the very first thing that I want to say about, if you find yourself in a situation where you're convinced that this person is aware of what they are doing. First of all, don't entertain it. Don't try to play into that trap. Don't try to explain, because they're just going to sit there and laugh at you and you'd feel worse about yourself. On the flip side, if it's a situation that you cannot take yourself out of, if it's a situation that you have to confront, maybe it's at work, it's at maybe in your office or something like that, it's in your class or something, that this is a situation you might have to confront every single day of your life. What I would suggest is tell the person upfront, oh, I don't like what you're doing. I don't like, it doesn't need a conversation like, oh, let's sit down, let's settle. No, 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 no. Especially if this person is not your friend, don't do that. Don't do that. Because in that moment, you're going to feel like in that moment, it's going to look like you're trying to be friends with that person. But the truth is, you don't really want to be friends. You just want the person to stop, doing certain things that, upsets you or makes you feel bad. And to tell the person, you know what, I don't like what you're doing. I don't appreciate it. If you can stop, joking around stuff like that, I don't like it. And just keep it simple. You don't have to explain. They call you whatever they call you. Don't get up. Like, try not to get upset. I mean, it's gonna make you upset, but like, try not to show it and just leave that premises or just leave that environment. Just keep it quiet. The truth is, you've already told them. Now the joke is gonna be on them next time they try to joke about the situation after you told them that you don't like it. So it's either you tell them or you don't entertain it. Take yourself out of the situation. Silence is one tool that I have sort of, how do I put it now? Is one tool that I've used successfully in these few years that I have learned a lot. So you see that when you're quiet and someone does something to you, first of all, you know that they know what they are doing, right? You've got that. And so they're expecting a reaction. When you do not give them that reaction, it makes them feel frustrated. It's only a matter of time, they'll stop. If not immediately, they will stop. They know that, okay, you know what, this person is not entertaining my bullshit, and they will look more foolish doing that. That way, they don't get to pick on you again. And you too, don't try to over smile, over compensate, and over accommodate people that you know very well that this person is not really your friend, but because somehow you're trying to get them on your own side so that they don't laugh at you. I made that mistake. Oh my goodness, I made that mistake. I have made that mistake a couple of times. So when someone says something that I don't like, or someone is trying it or constantly picks at me, jokes, has this very weird joke that I don't like, I just tell myself that, oh, maybe if I, get that person to be on my side, so I try being nice, try sharing my stuff with them, hoping that they're going to be nice to me. No, mean people are mean people. There's nothing you can do about that. So just take yourself out of the situation, protect yourself, protect your energy. Do not let people to run over you. You don't owe them anything. Like, be comfortable losing people. I think that I've gotten to that point. Like, be comfortable losing people. Be comfortable not continuing a conversation with certain people. Be comfortable not talking to certain people. There's certain people that don't deserve your attention. They don't deserve your presence. Just starve them of your presence. Because if they don't get to see you, they won't get to pick on you. So starve them of your presence. Like, just, in fact, like, I ever since this thing happened in church, I just stopped going to that side where she is or where they are. I just minded my business, just kept on minding my business, stay in church, sing praises to God, and leave us. That was the main thing. I don't have to greet you or anything, and it's not like I have anything towards you. It's just that you're just a very cheap gossip and it looks very terrible on you, and I don't think I want to be in the company of someone who this who isn't put together in that way. So yeah, so basically that's just what I have to say in this video. So if you find yourself around people who constantly try to feign ignorance and pretend like they don't know what they are doing, girl, just get yourself out of that situation. Honestly, just get yourself out of that situation. It's not healthy for you, because it's only a matter of time you just be the butt of the joke. And if you're the butt of the joke, it just does a number on your self-esteem. It makes your self-esteem deflated a bit, and it just makes you feel so bad about yourself, and you don't deserve that, do you? So yeah, guys, so this is like a very short video. Thank you guys for sticking around. Thank you for watching. Please, if you do like my content, please like, subscribe, and share. Please guys, I really want this channel to grow, and I really want to keep churning out content. So your support is really needed to facilitate that. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you in my next video. Bye.